is 10th of February 2017, and this is the primer video for our channel, Tricks of the Trade. And I like to start by saying that, if you want to do something good, then chances are you have to do it yourself. The reason for the channel is because as I was doing a lot of research and getting to understand stuff about life and what's really going on and who are the controllers of everything else, and being that I've heard the term called the New World Order for quite some time, and I didn't know what it quite meant, and my investigation led me down this path to discovering who were the people who actually run it. And I didn't know it would be to such a scale that is so mind-boggling that it's hard to comprehend. So I decided, to make a channel which would help people, or at least maybe give people enough information. Actually, since Hollywood is the I would say the propaganda tool, or the machine of social engineering to control the minds of people to willingly accept and lay down for the New World Order. So what happened was, while being on YouTube and studying a lot of stuff, I would get to find out there are people who actually pass out disinformation just to confuse people on certain topics. So one of the topics that my channels or our channels will be covering, it's the topic of the people being transgender in Hollywood, because there are people who appear to you on TV every day who claim to be a sex that they're not. So while studying this, I happened to find out there are a lot of people on YouTube who wouldn't tell the truth. It's more like they're working for Hollywood themselves by trying to confuse people so you wouldn't get to the facts of the matter. So for example, if you found out that someone was a tranny, they would put someone else in front of you and tell you that the person is also a transgender when the person is not actually one. So that would confuse you more. So I decided to put a document out there. If you go to a channel, you can download it for free. It's a document that tells you the simple visual differences between a male and a female. And from then on, then you can subscribe to the channel and just, get to watch a lot of the videos that we make. So the topic of being understanding the whole idea behind transgender, it has to go back to a certain history. I'm going to highlight this right here right now. You can see my mouse moving across the screen. You can read that up on Wikipedia. It's called castrato. And bearing in line with the word castrato, which is actually an Italian word, it would show you the history of the people who's behind the organized transgendering of children at a young age and without their consent, because I just call it mutilation at this point. So when you go to the wiki page, it will give you certain information that's pertinent to this, and I'll just read some of them just to give you just a brief background of what's really going on. So stereotypically, transgenders were used as gods to kings and queens way back in history. They were also used as very high level political appointees and servants to a dynasty which could not threaten the ruler. So being the case that the best scenario I could explain this would be, let's say for example that a child is born, right? And this child happens to be a homosexual. Okay? Now, if the family does not accept homosexuality, the child grows up in a very harsh environment. So the child wouldn't function well in the family because the family doesn't accept him or her. All right. So let's say, for example, the child has a group of friends or a fraternity or an association that he or she goes to, and they are willing to, treat her or him and accept her homosexuality because they themselves provide that kind of environment. Now, the child will deliberately leave his or her family for the family of the people who accept him or her and his homosexuality. And in that case, the child will now be part of the family and accept the ideals of the family that he's associating with or who have accepted him. So that is how the whole transgender thing actually works. So being that these people are tools, they're products of the New World Order and the people who run it, they want to use them to social, engineer the population to precondition them or condition them to accept what has become the New World Order. So, being that we learn everything from TV as kids, as grown-ups, as kids, we get to know how people talk, people act, food, um, behave, and social behavior from TV. It's more like we are evangelized through TV, and this is the case with the whole transgender thing. So you have to. It's more like they are products of a system and a system that is used to maybe massage the mental thing. So you have to. It's more like they are products of a system that and but the to them. So that is how the whole transgender thing actually works. So being that these people are tools, they're products of the New World Order and the people who run it, they want to use them to social, engineer the population to precondition them or condition them to accept what has become the New World Order. So being that we learn everything from TV as kids, as grown-ups, as kids, we get to know how people talk, people act, food, um, behave, and social behavior from TV. It's more like we are evangelized through TV, and this is the case with the whole transgender thing. So you have to. It's more like they are products of a system and a system that is used to maybe massage the mental scape or mental scope of each individual to accept what is called the New World Order, which is run by the Vatican. People will say the New World Order is run by Jews, but this is not a fact. Jews are used as smokescreens for the Vatican. So they run everything. They run both the technological aspect of this world, the economical aspect, the religious aspect, but the Vatican doesn't want you to know that. They want you to think of them strictly as a religious organization saving a facade of God, which is not actually the God of the Bible, but it's a different kind of God. So if you really want to know, I'm going to highlight another screen now, like who runs Hollywood. You can go to this website right here. It's highlighted on my screen. You can pause this video at any time and look up those two links that I sent you. And you would get to understand who really runs Hollywood. So the reason